I did work at a club, and there were girls trafficked from Eastern European countries, young girls. There were girls from the care system as young as 14, and they weren't really bothered about the ID. They were run by mafia groups, and there were kind of drug dealers that were sleeping partners, and so yes, there is that, but I went in kind of independently, so for me, I kind of was on the outside looking in on that, and would kind of try and look after some of the younger girls, and yeah, it was pretty awful. Yeah, one of them, I think I found her particularly difficult because she was really fiery and didn't want to make friends with any of the girls. But she was brought in. All I know is that she was Eastern European, and she was very small, very petite, didn't have much of a bust, and she looked awfully young. And I can remember asking one of the girls that had been there longer than myself, I said, "How old is she?" And she said, "Oh, don't want to talk about it." She said, "It's disgusting. She's 15. And I believed it, because when I looked at her, I just kept thinking, this is irregular. There's no way a woman of, because I think then you had to be 18. There are some clubs that are 20, you have to be 21. And I just kept thinking, surely she's not. But she was very popular, because there are, unfortunately, a lot of men that like that sort of look. And she would have VIPs, which would be like £300 at a time for an hour. And then there was kind of rumours going around that she was then sold out. She had a child with one of the Ukrainian men that brought her in, and she was kind of basically held to ransom because she had this child. And I thought that it was her husband. Well, no, it isn't. It's the guy who owns her and who's brought her from the Ukraine. And I just thought, oh my word. And in the end, because she didn't do as she's told, she actually got chucked out semi-naked in the streets, with her bags chucked out on the street. It was quite a ruthless place. The girls would kind of put a cigarette in your sight. It really wasn't a nice place all round. It's a very negative place to be working, which is why now I kind of try and manage girls so that they're good to each other, and there's none of that kind of slips through. That is actually why I quit in Peterborough. Yes, it was a guy, gosh, I still remember his name. He was well known to the police, and he was Thai. And I know they were bringing drugs in, and steroids actually as well. Yes, and he was a bodybuilder, and he wanted a dance, but I didn't want to. I actually knew his girlfriend, his partner. I used to go horse riding with her, and I just thought, no, I don't want to do that because I know her. And I said no, and he grabbed hold of my arm quite hard and pulled me round, and he punched me in the side of the face. And I just thought, that's it. But a friend of mine came running up. Sometimes it's a gut reaction, and she just got hold of it, and I thought, oh no, there's going to be a fight. And I just grabbed my friend and we walked. We got out through, there's like a stage door where you come out on the stage, and when we got out, but at the time I had a brand new car, and I don't know whether he'd followed me home. I don't quite know what had happened, but I got up the next day, and I don't know what he'd poured on my car, but it actually melted the windows, the seals, all the paint had come off, and a note saying, next time it'll be a cocktail through your door. And at that point I thought, shall I call the police, or is this going to make it worse? So I destroyed the note because I didn't want to feel tempted to show them the note, because I knew who it was. But I thought, I've got to call the police, I've got to get insurance, I've got to sort my car out. It was £5,000 worth of damage done to a brand new car. So I just called the police, said I didn't know who it was. think it was about a month later that I left. And so that was it. You can't, there's certain people that you know you can fight against, you know, normal, you know, somebody burgles your house, but when they're actually mafia groups, or even when you're dealing with groups of travellers, there's no way you're going to come off the better. So sometimes you just have to walk away and think, I got involved, live by the sword, die by the sword, let's get out of here. And that was it. That's what made me leave and move back down here and change my name. So yeah, there's a dark side to it.
Did you change?
Yes. Jones is my mother's maiden name. I'm Leslie Ann Jones. So I haven't always been. Yeah, so that was that.